Holy shit. Oh boy. A new Maxer video just hit and I'm gonna be watching it right now. Monster Hunter World Review Extension Trademark Colonialism. Oh my god, I messed that up. Colonialism. Okay, let's go. 3, 2, 1, and wait, is mic working? Yes. Go.
Monster Hunter The World is an action-style third-person beat-em-up, slice-em-up, carve-em-up, drink-em-up, kill-em all, where you play as John World,
oh my god,
the Joker and his normal cat, as we fight like
okay, the beginning. It's so late. This is too fucking crazy already.
Monster Hunter The World is an action-style third-person beat-em-up, slice-em-up, carve-em-up, drink-em-up, kill-em all, where you play as John World, or the Joker and his normal cat, as we find and research the world's most amazing and charismatic megafauna so we can peacefully relocate them to the afterlife. Do you ever regret not being born in time to hunt Siberian mammoth? Do you ever regret not being born?
Life is accepting applications for Come on! That's not even a meme anymore. That's not a meme.
Born in time to hunt Siberian mammoth.
Oh my god.
Perhaps you're the kind of man who open carries to the zoo, waiting for the day that the chimps become excited. If so, this game could be for you. Set in the hostile and exotic wasteland of Australia, we play as an inherently bloodthirsty
giant monsters. Fuck. That's spot on. That's fucking spot on.
And violent race known only as Caucasoidus anglicus. And we're here to destroy the local environment as much as humanly possible, so I can wear it. Along the way, overcoming many varieties of horrifying creatures unknown to God.
Yeah, basically a Cuphead for adults.
To fucking Thanos. And yes, I am reviewing Monster Hunter World and not Rise because the phrase Nintendo Switch port does not fill me with confidence. I'm sure it's a fantastic game, but
it does some people, but not.
This looks like an
boy.
excellent
Let's not talk about that shit.
So without further ado, it's time to explain to you my favorite animal cruelty simulator with a game attached to it.
Fucking hell. He's going hard. He's going in hard. World Part 1. Okay. By Moron.
It's been so.
Just edit compensably from now on. Okay. I mean, that's a disclaimer, right? For a super fucking duper editor.
It's been so long since I've last seen my son, lost to this monster. Forced and Fistmost, Mobster Chucker is a game about options because there's a few of them. At least 3 monsters are present in the game, possibly 94, and every one of them has 2 armor sets. To hunt after these amazing beasts and where to find them, you need to get into the mindset of our distant ancestors. You see, humans are what we call persistence hunters, which means we kill by running down our prey until they beg us for death. For reference, our closest competitors in a marathon are sled dogs and a horse. Imagine for a moment that you're this means
that was horse.
We kill by running down our prey until they beg us for death. For reference, our closest competitors in a marathon are sled dogs and a horse.
What the fuck is that horse doing?
Imagine.
What game from was that Red Dead Redemption? What the fuck was that?
For a moment that you're this big fucking turkey and it's almost time for Thanksgiving. After a long and arduous battle, you run away as far as you can, but every time you turn around, he's still there. And even worse, it's wearing your skin. This is the mentality you must adopt.
Oh my god, that's so disturbing. Yeah, it's bearing your relatives.
The wilds of Queensland. The mammoth deserves to be extinct because he was weak. We arrived to this new world of.
Is that fucking Jimmy Neutron for the episode when he disabled the sun? These memes. These memes resonate to me.
Possibility known as the Denny's parking lot as part of the 5th Fleet of the Research Commission, exploring and murdering this vast continent to track down the whereabouts of an ancient elder dragon. Now, as someone from a country who killed millions of people so we could grow fucking vegetables, this is offensive. So when I heard that these bitches were doing it to find a lizard, I decided I would engage in genocide of my own volition. You will not need motivation to kill in this game. It comes about naturally, just like polio. And to bring about this timely demise, we are given a choice of 14 weapons, all of them completely different from one another, like the light bowgun and the heavy bowgun and the bow. But let me tell you, if I were stranded alone on a desert island, I would probably use the fucking gun, because the only people in this world that I trust are my two best friends, Smith and Wesley. This is why I chose the gun lance, which is what you think it is. Now, of course I could have chosen the literal machine gun, but playing with these weapons changes the game into a first-person shooter where the objective is to keep the gun away from your mouth. Instead, I was drawn to the insect glaive because 1, it lets me literally fly and the floor is paying taxes. 2, I get to lace a giant bee.
Wait, what has to do?
1, it lets me literally fly.
I just did that because just never change, bro. Never fucking change.
Taxes.
I don't get the taxes part. Because I don't know, you get it back because it gets deducted because you're playing this game as work. Does that make sense? Is that why? This is such a convoluted pun, not a pun, joke if it is.
2, I get to lace a giant bee with C4 high explosives and throw it at people. And yes, there is an upgrade tree dedicated to bees. 3, I get to mount monsters, and that lets me spam
okay, let's see that.
3, I get to mount monsters, and that
lets no. First, what the fuck was that? Movie Maker. No, that's bullshit. He's not editing this in Movie Maker. If he is, he's not. He's fucking not. No.
Bee with C4 high explosives and throw it at people. And yes, there is an.
Okay. It is like this tree, this skill tree or talent tree. Is it like bullshit? Or it's real? Because, there is bullshit talent. It is, like 5% more attack damage. Or like it doesn't do anything, like active powers. Or like you can swing your sword backwards or like some cool shit. Because sometimes I see talent trees like, it's super complicated and like in a fucking hive mind of a fucking talent tree. But it's like bullshit. Like, 1% more to your attack damage. 1% more. How about it? Enjoy it. Fuck that. If it's cool, I will get this game today.
Upgrade tree dedicated to bees. 3, I get to mount monsters, and that lets me spam custom dialogue at everyone in the game. Side note, you can fully customize your automatic callouts to preemptively diagnose the cause of your teammate's death, which is very funny. But your choice isn't just between weapon types, but also weapon elements. I won't get into it now since there are a few of them, but my favorites would have
few. I don't know because I never played this game or any other Monster Hunter. Jesus fuck, this is like more complicated than fucking Warframe's elemental combinations.
But my favorites would have to include the dragon element, the sleep element, or even blast element. Every monster is weak to blast element. So with all these varied choices, chances are high that at least one weapon speaks to yours. Every monster is weak to blast element. So with all these varied choices, chances are high.
What coin is that? No coin goes up like that. Every coin is like over to the roof or to the fucking ground.
That at least one weapon speaks to your specific mental illness. Just don't play the hunting horn unless you want Rock Band.
What's the big ass pipe?
That at least one weapon speaks to your specific mental
Monster.
mental illness. Just don't play the hunting horn.
That's a big ass pipe. What the fuck? Can you?
Unless you want Rock.
What? Wait.
Band for engineering students.
Okay.
Don't worry, I know exactly why you're here. I too want to know what this thing's foreskin looks like on my mantelpiece. Fortunately, World has you covered. I haven't really explained this because it's in the title, but in this game you hunt monsters. This doesn't just mean killing them, although plain this because it's in the title, but in this game you hunt monsters.
His species is gonna extinct. Be careful with cats. It's too fast. It's too fast.
This doesn't just mean killing them, although there is a lot of that. There's
This is
two
fake.
ways to
This is-
lead a hunt, Republican and Democrat.
That's basically it. That's basically it. Tortured with extreme wokism or like absolute bullshit, or killed with absolute racism. Like literally racism and God knows what kind of neo something isms.
Both of them result in endless pain for the animal. Here's the difference. Killing them by slowly breaking each individual bone is a mercy. Capturing them will always give you more body parts than skinning them, which can include their skulls.
Oh. Okay. What does that
Skinning
what does
them,
that
which
give
can
us?
include their skull.
When you capture the bones from his body. Fuck, what?
The only logical conclusion is that we disassembled them like a crab factory. And those are the lucky ones, because the
Crab
other ones
rape.
are subjected to cockfighting, and my bet always wins. The gameplay of Angry Birds can best be described as Bloodborne with no health bars. For most monsters, that's okay.
Then how would you die?
Hey, because counting broken bones is enough, but some of these bastards spend more time close to death than Joe Biden. In fact,
Yeah, I mean, there should be a maximum age for presidency for all countries. Please. Some people just need to rest. Like the poor Biden. I don't even blame him because it's like left just won some fucking fuck it. Why am I talking about American politics? I'm not a
while
politician.
hunting, your prey will attempt to escape you several times and fail. Really, the entire gameplay loop is just finding new things to turn inside out and then fashioning yourself the perfect drip out of their intestines. Of course, there's a lot of ways to build your swag with a myriad of skills like the
This is too complicated. Oh Jesus Christ, my head hurts a bit.
Of course, there's a lot of ways to build your swag with a myriad of skills like the fast food build, the eating less build, the eating
Why would you need to eat? Is it for healing? Does it get amazing
for free
buffs?
build,
Probably.
and lest we forget, the mushroom consumption build to complete my ultimate McDonald's form. No self-respecting hunter would ever think of going outside without slightly reducing the effects of minor wind pressure. Or you can
even he was fucking laughing at that
would ever
shit.
think of going outside without slightly reducing the effects of minor wind pressure.
Literally.
Or you can do damage. Like a fucking moron. Take your armor for a spin and throw a body in the bin. Repeat until
For every
you win.
place
That's
suck.
the entire game. This being said, there are complications. It's better to think of them not like video game enemies, but very stupid cats. And like cats, these bitches are territorial. Sometimes even going so far as to beat each other to death while I'm fighting them. But I think
Oh my
favorite-
god. Okay, that's fucking intriguing as shit.
Beat each other.
So the world is fucking alive. How? Tell me it's PC. Tell me there is PC. Tell me. Extinction. A Monster Hunter Extinction. Windows, please. Please. Where is it? Extinction. Monster Hunter PC. Is it the word? Is it the it's word? It's the word. This extinction is just something he put it. It's $30. It's fucking $30. Okay, a second. I am now a proud owner of this game. The word is fucking alive. That's all I care about. It's a real RPG. 3, 2, 1, go.
Death while I'm fighting them. But I think my favorite example of this would have to be Mr. Nikon. This bastard is designed to wander into random battles, catch you in 4K HD, and then leave for literally no fucking reason. And if that doesn't suit your fancy, there's
Excuse me?
would have to be beat each other to death while I'm fighting them. But I think my favorite example of this would have to be Mr. Nikon. This bastard is designed to wander into random battles, catch you in 4K HD, and then leave for literally no fucking
So like a more retarded version of Mr. Shakedown from Yakuza.
reason.
Okay.
And if that doesn't suit your fancy, there's always Bazinga Goose, whose sole objective is tracking you down across the map to carpet bomb you for the crime of playing the game.
What? that's a fucking SCP. That's the SCP that gets you from the space of that pocket dimension.
Is tracking you down across the map to
Look
carpet
at that.
bomb you for the crime of playing the game. Now, I don't normally play Monster Hunter since I'm more of a Connect 4 SpongeBob man, but the sheer variation on display here is really something. Every single animal has their own unique role, and mine is putting them into a museum. As a rule, for every single kind of beast, if violence does not work, use additional violence.
Okay.
Now that we have a good understanding of our victims, it's time to take our domestic violence
Jesus
international,
fuck.
because
Oh my
this is a
God.
Monster Hunter
Oh my
world,
God.
one that makes no fucking sense, both geographically and ecologically, just like the real Australia. So upon beginning the game, we make our way across the dangerous but inoffensive lands of New South.
I'm sorry, Aussies, but I think you can agree with some of this stuff because it's like he's spitting some facts. Let's stop at that.
Wales, learning the basics, surviving, and expanding our newly founded gulag of Sydney. This hell will be your base of operations for most of the game, complete with every kind of amenity you can expect from savage Welshmen. It's here that we rearm, research, and reforge my weapon again because I am indecisive. There's even a pig that won't stop following me. You can pet it, but not too much because what matters is consent. But most
Why would a pig? I mean, pigs are pretty smart, but
importantly, this is where we use racial segregation, because for some reason, the only chefs in the entire camp are cats, and this is a very unsanitary cooking environment. You see, food isn't just a buff, and it's not just a cutscene. It's fucking mandatory. I mean, just look at the cardio. My body's an airplane powered by dead chickens.
Makes sense.
The game is unplayable with an empty stomach for two reasons. One, it looks like this, and two, I don't have to explain shit. The next areas on our list are what I collectively call
It's a review. You need to explain, please. What's number 2? That's gonna boggle me.
the Stank Tank, and to get there, we need to contact the 3rd Expedition Fleet, who are what I collectively call the Stank Tank.
Oh,
And to
California.
get there, we need to contact the 3rd
Of course, Kali up is here.
Expedition Fleet, who have spent the last 30 years smoking weed in their spaceship.
What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Oh, why you put a fart noise there? What the fuck, Maxer?
This is pretty much why we're here. This new environment is firstly comprised of the Coral Highlands, which are filled with a beautiful and alien ecology, able to support a wide range of pit bulls and more literal balloon animals. From this point onward, biology is more of a suggestion, but looking just underneath the surface, we find the true source of From this point onward, biology is more of a
It's like spraying shit.
suggestion, but looking just underneath the surface.
Okay. Oh god. Oh my god. I can't laugh at
We
that.
find the true source of this bizarre life. It's death.
Fucking
The Rotten
hell.
Vale is an area built and designed to simulate San Francisco and is sustained only by the miracle of rotting corpses and feces. The Rotten
I saw that, you piece
Vale
of
is an
shit.
area built and designed to simulate San Francisco and is sustained only by the miracle of rotting corpses.
Yeah, rest in peace, Blizzard. Microsoft Blizzard.
And feces. You may be asking yourself some important questions right now, such as, can the smell kill me, or how the fuck? As it turns out, every monster in the New World has an inherent instinct to die here, specifically, which begs the question, why do predators even exist if they can just wait? And also, yes, the stench physically hurts you. Technically, these are all the areas you need to beat the game, by about 30%.
Oh.
Because upon entering our next area, Monster Hunter turns up the heat and scales every monster back to being threatening again. Yes, even the Great Jagrussi. That means more weapons, more armor, and even more temptation to kill every mammal larger than myself.
Wait, are bears mammals? Do bears boobs? Do bears got boobs? Do bears? I think so. Maybe if you skin hairless them, cut the hair.
Again, It's safe to say that this game has a time requirement. So after 30 hunts or so, we finally arrived to the temperate lands of Western Australia. You know.
I'm sorry for the Jesus fuck. That too soon.
The state that lost a civil conflict with flightless birds. Fortunately for us, biology is no longer, 30 months or so.
I don't believe that. Come on, what?
Western Australia.
Ostriches.
The state that
Oh my god. What?
lost a civil conflict with
Oh. I didn't look at that. What the fuck? Okay, this I believe. This bullshit. Dude, this, like, Maxor doesn't hold anything back. Like, what the fuck? Look at that fucking monk, man.
flightless birds. Fortunately for us, biology is no longer a suggestion. It's a restraining order. We've got fish that swim through molten magma, lizards that eat rocks, and of course my personal favorite animal, Thanos. His main attack is the crush force of his rock solid skin. Although I do think they could have worked on the whole controlling the monster mechanic a little better. It really breaks down when you encounter the fire. But among the many features of this game, we haven't even gotten close to the train wreck that is the story. After all, there is a reason we ventured into the land of unusual thermodynamics. It's just a really bad reason.
God has forsaken this game.
First of all, we can tell that this game is a literary masterwork by the fact that characters do not have names. Who can forget such personalities as the Handler, the Commander, and a fucking Ganondorf? The story is comprised of two major arcs. Where in the world is the 50-foot-tall lizard? And gee, I wonder what Ganon is up to. Both of which are made excessively worse when the game automatically sets the Handler to be in a catsuit. And at this point, I'm afraid of turning it off. Okay.
Oh, what the fuck? What? That's a monster itself.
Hey, one last thing, everyone. If I see anyone else on this fucking ship say the words Nekopara cosplay, I will invert your penis with my foot. If I see anyone else on this fucking ship say the words Nekopara cosplay, I will invert your penis with my foot. For the first arc of our multiple stage manga that ends in a sex scene, we chase after the amazing multiple stage manga that ends in a sex.
Oh, come on, spoilers. So Kaguya got fucked? Nice. I mean, they wanted that.
We chase after the amazing boss fight Zora Magdaros as we apparently forget the location of a giant kaiju several times. This being said, you don't want to find him because his boss battle is an environmental times. This being said, you don't want to find him.
Sheikh? What? I don't get it. I can read that, but I don't get it.
Because his boss battle is an environmental puzzle primarily comprised of loading cannonballs for 30 minutes and then waiting for the boss to move very slowly. That way, we can penetrate him with our oddly phallic spear that, extends when needed. And for the second arc of our new Genshin anime on Spike TV, we team up with Ganon to discover new and amazing elder dragons all across the continent. And of course, I mean discover like the Vikings meant trade. This is where some of the toughest and most annoying bosses in the entire game happen, featuring such great fights as Nergigante, whose name I cannot say with a hard R, the COVID
for good reason, Please don't try. Please don't try that at home or in public. You know?
Beast, and my personal favorite, Margaret Thatcher's Nightmare. Of course, there is...
I didn't used to know about Margaret Thatcher's, like, specialty, but after talking and watching some stuff from Bumble, I watched the documentary on that shit, and it was...
There's more to this game because there's always more, but that is basically how you beat the first half. So...
The first half?
There's an expansion for this game that is more expensive than the...
Oh, come on.
Game itself, which doubles the content. and the playtime. I'm gonna be fucking real, guys. I'm not covering that shit. This video is supposed to be short because I made it while on vacation, and vacation for me means working 8 hours a day. This game is lengthy, and you should definitely play it if you have the time, but in my current mental state, I do not. So with the release of Elden Ring, I think it's time to move on to a better project. This is basically a Maxor filler episode, and if you like World, then just get the Iceborne expansion because it's more of the same, but twice as tall, and most of the monsters are on crack. And just to prove it, half of the footage in this review is Iceborne. This is a game that I believe you have to experience because there's just so much, and yet so little time. Thanks for watching, guys.
I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle.
Please rest a bit, dude. Please rest.
Go riding merrily along.
Because, you know, he puts hours upon hours on each recording, let alone editing. I really hope that he chills a bit. Just because, like, it's his vacation, for fuck's sake. And he did a video on his vacation. Oh, dude. I mean, it's downloading. And in my region, it's way cheaper than $30. So he said it. I will play it and check it, and I will see if it's as good as it. I mean, the story is so important to me, though, especially in like an RPG. Like, there needs to be a motivation for it. But this has like cool weapons, cool monsters, and like areas to explore. So that is the motivation, not the story per se, or the characters, or like, oh, saving this one, getting attached to this character, and like seeing them die in vain. And probably that's not gonna happen. Hopefully it does, but it's not. That's just sad. I'm sad. Fuck. Thanks for watching, though. I'm gonna play it and maybe do a like community post that said, oh, it was good, it's alright, or something like that, or it sucked, maybe. See you later.